Hey, it's Foray, and welcome to my podcast. And as you can see, don't know how I'm gonna edit this, but you can probably see I'm joined by my good friend Noll from Game Fidelity. Uh, yeah,
Hi,
introduce
Foray.
yourself.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. First of all, thanks for having me on the podcast. Pretty
Thanks for
stoked, to
being
be
on.
honest. Well, my name is Noll. I run a YouTube channel called Game Fidelity, um, and I've been a fairly long acquaintance of Foray ever since what was it? 2008.
2008. Yeah,
I think we started at the same job together, wasn't it?
yeah, on the same day. Yeah,
On the same day, yeah, and we've been in contact ever since. So and and nowadays we're not co-works anymore, but we are YouTube buddies. At least
yeah,
that's what I would like to refer to ourselves.
yeah. We're a dynamic duo, I think. I,
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't know Noll yet, you haven't been watching my channel, I think. But yeah, we met in 2008. And then I got a new job, and for some reason, you tweeted in 2011 and about a job at the company you were working at then, and then we were co-workers again.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So we were co-workers at two different companies. Yeah.
Yeah, was really really strange.
So for some reason, the universe wants us to stay in touch.
Yeah, and then when I started my YouTube channel, a few months after that, we both realized that we started a YouTube channel about the same time, I think.
Well, more or less. I think you started, let's see, 2021, start of 2021,
Yeah,
maybe a little bit
January. It
earlier.
was one of my New Year's
Yeah.
resolutions to actually
All
start the
right.
channel.
Nice, nice. So, and actually, seeing you start that channel, actually inspired me a little bit. I thought it would be cool to start a channel of my own as well, but I never really had a good niche or reason or something like that I could really add something to YouTube. No,
Mm-hmm.
so and after a few months later, I started recording some footage with a new capture card that I just bought, and I was so amazed by the quality that I was like, okay, this is something that could definitely add to YouTube. And so that's when I started it. And to be honest, you being on YouTube already made it easier for me to start my own channel as well.
Okay, I didn't realize I inspired you to start your own YouTube
Well,
channel.
now you
That's
know.
that's nice to know. Yeah, but you
I, I,
overtook
I
me
say I
quite.
saved that revelation just
Yeah,
just for this moment, you know.
but you overtook me quite rapidly.
Yeah. When was that? There was. I think it was later that year.
Yeah,
I think we were both struggling to get to 100 subs or something, right?
yeah,
And it was a real grind. I remember that, and just I was glad if it were a one sub per day, but it just took so much time and effort.
yeah,
And yeah, to be honest, when I started, I was like, okay, this is something that the world hasn't seen before. So I'll probably be swimming in subs in a few months. But then reality struck, and I wasn't even near 50 after a few months. So
yeah,
so that was a yeah, that's like a reality check.
yeah. I got the same
Uh,
thing because when I started streaming, and
yeah, I remember that.
and so many people said, "Oh, if you stream, I'll watch your stream," and nobody did. Uh, it took me, I don't know, a couple of streams to have even one viewer, and then I just how do you say? I just switched to recording because I couldn't
Yeah.
bear it any longer.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So for me, it was fairly easy to start the recording because I didn't do Let's Plays. I didn't show myself on camera at first, and I just recorded gameplay. So that made it a bit easier for me. So No live streams because you couldn't hear or see me, but just uploading videos, and it took me a while to really to show myself actually.
Yeah,
Um,
I needed a
yeah,
few videos as well to get comfortable enough to show my face.
yeah, but you started streaming right off the bat. That's
Yeah, but I didn't
pretty.
show my face then,
Oh right, the first ones you didn't show your
just my
face, but
voice.
okay,
It
but still
was not
that's
until
something as well.
the dark eye that I used a face cam.
Hmm.
Because I had a real crappy webcam back then, and I bought a
Right.
new one especially for that.
All right. Yeah. So I actually bought microphones especially for Let's Plays, but it took me even more 6 months more to actually get a video live with myself on camera and a good mic.
Yeah,
But
I used my headset the first few videos, and it's really terrible.
yeah, yeah. I just that's a gift and a curse, I guess. I really want things to be perfect before I start something new, and that's something that I should let go. I know.
Yeah,
I just should just start it and then improve quality over time, but that's not me. I just want the best webcam and the best mic before I even consider recording a video with my face on it. So that's why it took so long to do that, and I'm still learning. To be honest, I'm still learning to be a little bit more animated than I usually am
yeah,
before the cam.
that's a
It,
big thing for me as well.
yeah,
Because
it's a
I'm
struggle.
really shy and really quiet as a person.
Mm.
So I think that's the main reason why I don't get that many views. Because I'm just me.
Yeah, but has a charm as well, and I think we talked about that well some time ago. Your easygoing character playing such well heavy horror games, in my opinion, that's I think a really nice combination to see. It's really refreshing. If you compare it to what's that YouTuber's name who's always so overly exaggerated with his scares?
I don't know,
Um,
Markiplier or
yeah,
PewDiePie.
Markiplier. That's the one. It's funny, yes, but it's fake. You know,
Yeah, it
it's
can't be real,
pure
can it?
entertainment.
Yeah.
And I get it why he's so popular. But I think the charm with watching you play these horror games is you just keep your cool at all times because you just don't get scared.
No.
And that's how I came up with the idea of try to scare me and just have people try to
Yeah.
um, yeah
People
let you play a
gave up on
game.
that really quickly.
Yeah, it just yeah. Apparently, you can't be scared.
I'm really anxious about stuff, but I'm rarely afraid.
Yeah, yeah, I get that. Well, I remember playing the first Resident Evil back in what was it 1995 or something or earlier,
Mm-hmm.
1990.
I name dropped you
Anyways,
in the first episode, I think.
yeah, you mentioned that because we talked about it a few times,
Yeah.
and I remember just one of the first areas that I just got so shit scared. Can I say shit scared? I don't know. Um,
I'm not a PG channel, so
but yeah, that's when I just dropped playing Resident Evil altogether, and I think that's when I swore off playing horror games at all. So I think I tried a few times. I actually booted up Resident Evil 4, and I didn't even get to a first scary part. It was so tense, and couldn't even get to the village. And I know that's the first level. I don't,
but you played Alan Wake, right? That's a horror game as well.
yes, and to be honest, that was well, not that I was really scared. There were a few jump scares in there. I think it's a horror story.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's not a horror game, to be honest.
Okay.
I might think differently about Alan Wake 2. I actually just bought that game. I'm going to record it as well. But
Nice.
those images, those footage, the footage that I've seen looks pretty horrific. Maybe that's one of the first horror games that I really wanted to finish because the thing that intrigued me about games the most is the storyline. And Alan Wake, the first one, really had a good story. And from what I've heard, Alan Wake 2 also has a really good story. So I want to have it on the channel because that's my thing.
Yeah.
And so I really want to finish it. So if it's really a horror game, that might be the first horror game ever that I'm going to finish.
Nice. Yeah, I was thinking, what was the last video game that actually scared me? And I think that was Alone in the Dark 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I played that on the channel as well, and it didn't scare me anymore. I think the scene with the coffin, and I think I mentioned that in the video as well. As you play as Carnby, and then you see the other character you can play lying in a coffin, and then it's not her. I think the last time a game actually scared me.
What was it really a scare? Or was it like, oh shit, what's going to happen now? It's more of a plot twist.
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah, I think there's two types of getting scared, maybe three actually.
Yeah,
and that's the jump scares. Those are the cheap versions.
They don't really count as being scared, right?
No, it can be anything that pops on the screen that gives you a fright, a jump scare.
Yeah.
But then there's the second one, that's the atmosphere that you don't want to play the game anymore because it's too tense. And then there's just gore, and I think that doesn't count as well.
No.
Movies like Saw, they aren't actually scary.
No, that's
or
a
Human Centipede. You don't want to see the images. That's not being scared, I don't think.
Exactly. That's just visually graphic, but not scary. It's the second one that you mentioned, like the really tense atmosphere that makes you want to stop playing or stop watching a movie.
Yeah.
That's the real time that you get scared.
Yeah.
And that's how I felt about Resident Evil, the first game. And let me just add this to it. I was alone and it was dark. I was playing in the middle of the night and I was wearing my headphones. Yes. So that's also one of the reasons why I got scared.
Yeah, and I don't think you'll get scared if you replay it.
I don't think so, but now you can just you can even count the pixels on the screen if you replay it.
Yeah.
But realism adds to it as well.
Yeah, definitely. But you didn't know any better back then.
Yeah, exactly. It's all your imagination that fills in the lines between the pixels.
Yeah. I think the scaredest I ever was of a game was Maniac Mansion, and
right, you mentioned that. Yeah. I've seen your let's play of it as well.
Yeah, I was like 5 years old or something, and yeah, you didn't know what video games were, and I was just so scared that the guy would get me, and I don't know why. He's just an NPC.
That's a type of scared as well.
Yeah, I guess.
Or any chase level in a Mario game, that's also scary in a way because it's so tense. You need to jump right at the good second. And otherwise you're dead.
Yeah.
Right? That's a sort of scary as well. But the type of scare that I really don't like myself, and I don't like playing, is the type of scare where you don't know what's going to happen and you feel like something's going to happen. You constantly know there's danger around you.
Mm-hmm.
And actually one of the games that I've heard a lot about that you actually played as a try to scare me as well is, I think, Alien Isolation. That's one of those games, from what I've heard, also has that type of feeling. You don't know what's going to happen and when it's going to happen. You just feel it like you're being hunted.
Yeah, and I was trying to get to the alien, but
yeah, you dropped out before that. Yeah, but
the one guy got killed by the alien, and then it was just people shooting at me, and I didn't think it was that scary.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe the scary parts were later in the game. I don't know. I haven't played it myself because I'm.
I watched Markiplier play it, so
All right, so you kind of know what's happening then. Yeah.
yeah, but I don't think Alien is scary.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I think I've proposed a few games as well, but I think none of them really. No, none of them at all scared you.
No, no,
So
no.
yeah, I think we should just give up.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, and there was this one game that I accidentally played on the stream because the game I picked was too short.
Right.
What was it called again? I don't know. Don't remember. And all the the A++ YouTubers played it, and
Yeah.
and I was playing it before I got onto the hype, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And I was thinking to myself, what is this game? This isn't.
All right.
I thought it was a really crap horror game.
But it caught on with other
Yeah,
YouTubers.
yeah.
Hmm.
The day after that, I saw that all the YouTubers had played it, and this is the most realistic scary game ever. And yeah, it had some realistic things with the chains that moved if you moved through them and stuff like that. But the guy was dancing Thriller at the end when you try to shoot him.
All right.
How is that scary?
Which game was that?
Depart with double P. Yeah.
All right.
And the guy was dancing Thriller at the end. And you couldn't shoot him until he finished his dance.
That's really weird. So
Yeah.
I wonder why it was so popular with the other YouTubers then.
I don't know. It was pretty realistic, but yeah, that's about it.
Yeah.
I mean, even the bad guys were really strange. They were leopard people or something. I don't know.
All right. Yeah. So you would think games that are scary are the ones that come closest to realism,
Mm-hmm.
and not just realism as in graphical prowess, but also as in this could have happened to me, right?
Yeah.
I think that's something that could be really scary.
Yeah, that made me think of Paranormal Activity, that movie, the
Yeah.
first one. I thought it was really
Yeah.
scary until the very last scene. And then, yeah, it was so fake that the rest of the movie wasn't scary anymore for me.
Yeah. All right.
Because he turns into a demon or something. I mean, the rest of the movie could happen if ghosts were real.
Yeah. Yeah. That's I never really watched it. I've seen parts of it.
It's like a found footage, reverse found footage, because
It was a recording of cameras in the house, right?
yeah, they set up a camera in the bedroom because stuff, I don't know, and then
Stuff happened and they don't know what. Yeah.
and then stuff starts to happen, and it's only in the bedroom. There are a few scenes where the guy picks up the camera and chases after the girl, but that's it. Yeah.
All right. So
It's
it's
really-
all just that kind of footage, or
Yeah,
is it? Oh, okay.
it's all found footage. Because, yeah, I thought it was really weird with the Blair Witch, because the first one was all found footage, and then the second one was just real. What's it called?
Yeah, normal.
Normal movie. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
what I thought as well.
They had the tapes, but it was a normal movie, and they watched the tapes of the people that got lost or something, and then something came out of the videotapes or something.
I don't remember. I remember watching it. I actually thought it wasn't too bad. Actually thought of the first one was really scary.
Hmm.
Just because it was so original, and you didn't see many movies just like
Yeah,
that.
and they really marketed it as real found footage
Yeah, well,
because it wasn't a thing
wha-
back then.
That's true. Yeah, once I watched it, it was already clear it was a movie.
Yeah.
It wasn't real.
Yeah,
But still,
I was too young to watch it anyway when it came out, I think.
was it?
I
I
think
remember
so.
watching it pretty shortly after it came out.
Yeah?
Yeah, maybe that's why I got so scared.
I think I watched it a few years after it was released, but I don't know.
All right.
Yeah, because you couldn't watch movies back then. They had to be on television,
Yeah,
or you have to go to the rental store. And
that's true.
we didn't have
Man, such
a tape. What's it called again? VCR.
yeah.
Yeah,
That was such a that's such a long time ago.
yeah. There was no internet.
Renting movies and yeah, recording movies that came on live television.
Yeah,
It's a blast from the past.
and then someone taping over your movie before you watched it and stuff like that.
Yeah, that happens way too many times. I remember watching, and that's if we're talking about movies that really scared me. I think one of the earlier movies was Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. The scene where he just grabs a heart out of someone. Oh,
Yeah,
I thought it was really scary. I actually hid behind the couch and waiting for that scene to be over, and then I could start watching again. But yeah, I was a kid back then, so that's not really
yeah.
weird.
I watched
And
the first Batman movie when I was way too young.
the first, which one is that?
With the Joker, and the Joker electrifies the CEO of the company or something with a
Yeah.
and he turns into a skeleton.
Ah, right. Yeah, that's oh man, that's
That scared me.
Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson as
Yeah,
Joker. Right? Yeah.
and
Such a
Chucky.
classic.
Chucky scared me half to death. And I didn't even
Yeah.
watch the movie. There was this I don't know what you would call them in English because uh, they were ads for the movie coming on the television,
Yeah.
and they had a
Yeah,
few
yes.
scenes with Chucky, and that gave me nightmares for weeks.
Well, in that same category, I think the one that scared me the most would be It, the original miniseries.
Yeah,
That was just way too scary for me, but for some reason I kept watching, and I actually dreamt like I would encounter a random balloon when I entered a room. Yeah, that actually that
yeah.
I had
That
that.
movie didn't age very well because it was really scary back then. But if you watch it now, it's almost like a comedy.
Yeah. I guess, but that happens with lots of things, right?
Hmm.
At the moment, I was shit scared after watching that, and yeah,
Yeah,
for
but
months I was scared to encounter balloons randomly in the house.
with Tim Burton as it,
Was that Tim Burton?
I think so.
Well, that's
Oh no, no, he's called Adam Curry. Sorry, I
Adam
mix up
Curry. All
name.
right.
I mix up names in my head. Sorry. I have that with the guy from Waterworld as well. I always say the wrong actor's name. No, it's the guy from Home Alone, the Home Alone 2, the manager
Yeah.
of the hotel.
Oh, right, that guy.
He
Yeah,
died. He died recently, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, with Donald Trump.
that was such a classic movie as well.
Yeah,
It's almost that time again that Home Alone 1 and
yeah.
2 will be aired because it's holiday season almost.
And it isn't really a holiday film, is it?
Of course it is.
Just like Die Hard.
Die Hard.
It's
Yeah,
it's a
it's a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's check my list of things I wanted to talk about because I think we checked all those.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I only have retro gaming as a
Ah,
as a
yes,
check.
retro gaming.
Yeah.
Yeah, you love retro gaming. You
Yeah.
love to play those really old ones.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, it's because the reason why I started my YouTube channel is because I wanted to share those obscure games I played as a child,
Mm-hmm.
especially Zedos, because nobody ever heard of that.
I didn't before I started watching your video, so
No. Yeah, and then yeah, I don't know. It's just my thing. Horror games, I guess.
yeah, yeah. As far as older games concerned, I think at the moment I'm really I said at both ends of the spectrum. I really love those really recent games with such good graphics that you can even tell whether it's real or not.
Mm-hmm.
But on the other side, I really love to throw those throwback titles and to just play games that I used to play. I've actually played point and clickers as well. I think which one was that? The one with Christopher Lloyd in the Toon World, Toonstruck.
Oh no, I
You
don't.
remember?
Yeah,
No, okay. It's one of those
I
games that I
think I
really
think
loved.
I watched a long play of that. That's a really weird game.
It's a really weird game. It's like someone is being sucked into a Looney Tunes world, and some weird stuff is actually possible there.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's one of those games that I really played a lot, and I played Interstate 76.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're a fan as well.
Yeah. We had that
I
on
actually
Twilight.
Twilight is
Yeah.
yeah, that
And
was
wouldn't run
such
on my
the best.
computer.
Ran really slowly on mine, but it ran, and actually it was a good thing that was running slowly, so I had like all the time to respond to things that happened.
Yeah, and I remember just like with Half-Life, because it was a Twilight, you didn't get some of the videos or something or the manual and stuff.
Yeah,
And we didn't know what to do at first in Interstate. I remember playing it at my friend's house, and he just wouldn't play it because we didn't know what to do. And I took it home and tried stuff, just like
yeah,
with Half-Life. I remember my friend, he kept quitting the game before you get out of the train thing. What's it?
oh
What was?
wow, really?
Yeah, yeah, because that's almost 5 minutes, right?
Yeah,
The ride, and we, yeah, that was the first game like that. Because others game, you just spawn in a level and you shoot stuff,
yeah,
and
exactly, yeah.
with Interstate you had to drive down a road or something, and yeah, it was, the graphics
It
were
was,
terrible.
well, yeah, now they were now they you would say that, but I think they were pretty good. At least the environments were not that detailed, of course,
No,
but I think the models of the cars were pretty
yeah, like the
okay.
Mars of the Cold, but the level or the environment would change as you approach it, so it was,
Yeah,
yeah, and it was really bad. But so we couldn't figure out where to go or something. I have to,
right.
because you have to drive down a road and just follow someone. That was a new concept to us. You
Yeah,
didn't
you actually
just,
had allies.
yeah. And there was a story, and games back then, they really didn't have a story. It was
Well,
just,
that was one of the reasons why the game triggered me, I guess. It was also the same. That's still the same with me. I really love a game with a good story,
mm-hmm.
and I don't remember if I got it on Twilight. By the way, for the viewers who don't know what Twilight is,
Oh
we
yeah,
back in the days we used to have these um,
pirated,
discs, like
yeah,
yeah, pirated content, like applications and games that were cracked, so they would play on any PC. But the thing is, because they were cracked and I had to fit all of them in one disc, they stripped like cutscenes and things
yeah.
that would take up too much storage. Um,
because the internet wasn't a thing back then.
No, this was all like you would get it
Pre-internet.
from a classmate or something that
Yeah.
had the ability to burn discs.
And they
And
were
yes,
all
burn
terrible
disc is
quality.
yes.
I don't know. The originals were probably really good, but the crappy CDs you would get from that classmate or the uncle of a friend you knew,
Yeah, exactly.
you had to. If you copied the game to your hard drive, it would crash halfway through because the CD got too hot and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's all things of the past now.
Yeah.
But back to Interstate. I actually had cutscenes with the version I had, and I don't know where I got it from. I don't think it was a Twilight. I think I got like an original disc from a friend, and it had cutscenes, and the cutscenes actually blew me away back then because it was actually like watching a movie.
Yeah.
Nowadays, if you look back at those cutscenes, you were like, really?
Yeah.
But at the time, I was
Is
like,
that a
okay, this
person?
is really cool.
Yeah.
This is actually like a scene, and someone's killed, and you want to avenge her, and
Yeah.
there was actually a good story. As I was like, okay, I'll take it. I don't care what the gameplay is like. I'll take it because I want to see this the story.
Yeah, we actually had memes from the game before we had memes.
Yeah, which one was that?
We would quote stuff from the movie, from the game,
Right.
like the part, "Hey Stampede, how about a poem?" And there was this
Looking
guy.
out your room
Yeah,
on a wet, rainy day.
yeah,
Yeah, such
Main
a classic.
And
Yeah,
there was
that's
this
such a
guy with the Mando burger.
Yeah, the Mando burger, yeah.
Yeah, you had to race to the Mando burger, and the guy said something. Avma? Yes, Avma. I don't know.
I don't
we
remember
would quote
that one.
all the stuff before. Yeah, we thought it was really cool.
Yeah, yeah. I think it was a really good game. It was crushingly difficult though.
Yeah, I remember you had to race Stampede to the Mando burger, and I remember because they had these, what would you call them, portaphones?
Yeah.
In the cars to talk to each other, and I passed him on the what you had to ride on a ridge on a mountain, and I would pass him, and he would swerve, and then he went down the mountain, and then he went ah.
So
Who
you
would
would
do
know
that?
he's dead. Wait, I'm about to die, but let me just tell you that I'm about to die.
Yeah. And then the main character says, "Not good, not good." And then the mission, and then you failed the mission.
Oh man, that not good, not good.
Yeah.
Oh man, that still rings in the back of my head.
Yeah.
When you
And
take
it was
just a
always
few
the same line they used because they pre-recorded it or something.
Yeah.
Just like with I'm playing Resident Evil at the moment, and they have really broken dialogue because they just used the same thing, the same line they used a few minutes ago, and it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. That's just to make it fit all in one disc or something.
Yeah, probably.
Because it actually has like live action footage in there, right?
Yeah,
These cutscenes.
the intro is live action, and I thought, why did they do that back then? You know, don't see that anymore. It's all in game. Yeah, you're playing Spider-Man, which is getting really, really close to Beyond Two Souls at the moment, I think, with the gameplay.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
have to pick up stuff and cook stuff and throw it in the trash.
Yeah, I think they want to emulate the fact that Peter Parker is actually just a human doing human stuff and not just a superhero. I think that's one of the things that I really like about Spider-Man. He has like real life problems. Like in the first video, he's struggling to keep a position as a teacher that he just got. But yeah, he had to go off and save New York as a side gig. So it's not fair, and that's the thing with Spider-Man that really intrigues me.
Yeah.
He has like real hurt.
Yeah, how would you...
One of the things that I like about the stories in the game and Spider-Man in particular.
Yeah, how would you combine being a human being and a superhero at the same time if you're not Tony Stark?
Yeah,
or Batman.
That's the thing. I think one of the reasons that one of the things that's really hard, that makes it hard, is the secret identity part
Mm-hmm.
that Tony Stark apparently doesn't need.
Yeah.
Because he's so wealthy, I guess, and he doesn't have any liabilities around him, anyone he cares about. But yeah, that's. I think that makes it hard. If people know you're Spider-Man, of course they'll let you off the hook more often than not.
Yeah.
But Peter Parker is just someone who leaves his job in the middle of the day and doesn't come back until late in the day. So yeah. Of course he'll be fired.
Yeah,
so,
as a teacher, probably, yes.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, that's an interesting discussion.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Well, let's do that again. I can't do intros or outros. I can do the stuff in between, but I can't do intros or outros.
The thing is, with intros and outros, it's usually the same, right? It's just a template.
Yeah, but maybe that's what trips me. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. You start thinking.
Yeah, I have to do this now. I have to do it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, go for it.
Yeah. I want to really thank you for being on my podcast. I don't know if this is going to be a regular thing because I wanted to make it a monthly thing, but I failed already. So.
Well, yeah. Thanks for having me. Really,
yeah.
had fun talking about all things gaming, YouTube, and whatnot.
Random stuff.
So yeah, exactly. So yeah, thanks for having me. And
if you want to see more,
I might just join again.
Sorry.
I might just join again.
Yeah. So if you want to check out Noll's content, Game Fidelity, I'll put a link in the description. And I think there's a link to your channel on my channel at the very bottom. I'd recommend it. You should also watch.
Yes.
So go look at his stuff. And
thanks.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. Please consider subscribing. And I can't say that word. And I hope to see you all next Thursday.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.